Hello to my Capricorns and happy birthday to each and every one of you. Happy New Year to you all. Hopefully you all are still getting your rest, relaxing, not putting too much stress on yourselves during this year of 9. We're in the year of 9. That's right. Year of creativity. Year of creativity. That's right. For those of you all who are new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Welcome back. So if you're new to my channel, the number 9 is significant. Here's an affirmation for you all to kind of sort of keep somewhere, to kind of sort of keep throughout this year of 9. Affirmation for the number 9 would be, I serve others with love and wisdom. I stay true to my heart, leading always with love, and for the highest good of all. For the highest good of all. The number 9 is a number of transformation. It symbolizes evolution and the enhancement of psychic abilities and clairvoyance. 9s are warm, outgoing, loving, with sort of a dramatic flair, exuding a magnetic personality that allows him or her to get along with pretty much anyone. 9s are compassionate, romantic, filled with unconditional love, kind, empathetic, patient, tolerant, and wise. 9s are inspirational. Their imagination knows no bounds and absolutely love to give, right? 9s are very creative, very, very creative. Head filled with wisdom, right? Head filled with wisdom, right? Not necessarily know-it-alls, but it's just more like for the last 8 years, you gained a lot of wisdom about what type of life you want to create for yourselves. So think of it this way. For the last 8 years, Capricorn, you know exactly what you want, and you also know what you don't want, right? So you can sit down and put the list together like you're the SME, the subject matter expert on self. You can say, I know what kind of friends I want. I know what kind of person I want to date or be married to. I know where I love to travel. Like I know where my favorite place is. I know what kind of job I want or career I want, or I know me better now in that regard, right? And so this is where you're now making room to create that for yourselves. That's where you're making room to create that for yourselves. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. And so if you have your support system around you, you're able to communicate that with your support system. Some of you all have learned about your birth charts. So if you're just now learning about pulling your birth charts, you can kind of bring people along. If they are with you in the year of 9, you can let people know, hey, I pulled my birth chart, learn about my moon sign, I know how to pour into myself. And some people are learning about their love language, letting people know, just kind of sort of just gently bringing people along with you. Let's get into it. Make sure you're keeping your vibrations high. But hopefully that's an affirmation that you can kind of sort of put it like maybe type it out, have it somewhere, just kind of sort of maybe your overarching something, or create your own affirmation if you want. Create your own affirmation. Congratulations to those of you all who want a free reading on New Year's Eve. I didn't get a chance to talk to everybody. Some people saw the video late, but congratulations to those of you all who saw it. There's growth, right? So this is an oracle card. We're going to start with an oracle card. So I'm seeing growth here. So this number 15, 1 and 5 is 6. So this lets me know that there's definitely been some growth there. Growth. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Definitely there's some growth there. Right, so that's something that you all can put down on your. I believe that Jupiter is still retrograde. Jupiter is the planet of good luck, good fortune, what's on the horizon, opportunity and growth. I believe that Jupiter is still retrograde. You can put that on your list. Put on your list of what you're grateful for. You're grateful for growth, right? Put that on your list. Put that on your list of what are you grateful for? You're grateful for growth. So sometimes when you feel like you might have had a challenging day, you can go back to your gratitude list. You're grateful for growth. All right. So right now, Uranus is retrograde. That's the Fool card. So you say, you know what? that Uranus is an outer planet. It's a generational planet. So that's the planet when, like, for new beginnings. So that's still retrograde. So that's like embarking on a brand new journey, right? So that's like, okay, you're planning on leaving behind a lot of distractions. It's still retrograde. So you're slowing down and saying, okay, as you're making your way, you're moving away from a lot of distractions. You're taking your time. You're really starting to plan to move away from a lot of distractions. So you're not rushing. That's retrograde until the 25th of January, right? So put that on your calendar. All right, look all of these things up. Look all of these things up. Jupiter is retrograde. Yeah, Jupiter is retrograde. Look up to see how long Jupiter is going to be retrograde, right? Jupiter is the planet that's the wheel of fortune, right? So write out what you're fortunate, what areas of your life where you feel fortunate, right? And then Mars, which is the Tower card, that's going to retrograde. Look that up. How long is Mars going to be retrograde? Where are you putting your energy, right? So that puts you in a very vulnerable state. So that's where you're that's the action and assertion planet, right? So that actually rules Mars. So we're about to come up on the first quarter moon in Mars. First quarter moon in Aries. Tower card actually rules Aries, right? So that's where somebody's going to be springing forward, right? So you want to make sure you protect your energy because Mars is that fighting spirit planet. So you want to make sure you're not around energies who are jumping to conclusions, trying to rush you into things because they're jumping to conclusions about things. So let's get into it. Let's get right into your reading. Let's pull a before we do that. So there's that growth area. So we'll get into your reading. Let's pull a spirit animal card. Those of you all who've been with me, you will remember these cards. Spirit animal card. Let's see what spirit animal comes out. We know that we're going to have a wolf moon. We have a wolf moon on the 16th. Wolf moon and 16th in Cancer. Cancer is the money and the mother card of the zodiac. So Cancer is ruled by the moon. I want you all to take notes because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So you absolutely want to know how to pour into yourselves. So I'm going to first quarter moon in Aries. So you don't want to let anybody agitate your spirit. You want to know how to pour into yourself because that's will have a domino effect. So you don't want to let anybody who is jumping to conclusions about you or anybody that you love set you off. That's going to have a domino effect that could affect you because we're getting closer and closer to the full moon. That can affect you or your money. Somebody's going to have to learn how to nurture yourself. So if somebody's trying to say or do anything that's going to affect you because they are still in a karmic cycle, you can get up and walk away. You can get up and walk away. No matter who they are. Because you're a receiving sign, right? You're a receiving sign. Let's see what your spirit animal is. For this particular reading, let's see what your spirit animal is. Vulture. Vulture. All right. Vulture. Vulture, vulture, vulture. Vulture, vulture. Look at them hunched shoulders. Look at that vulture. Guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance, right? So the vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. So remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. So when it's in balance, it clarifies, reveals wisdom, but when it's out of balance, it's dramatic and aggressive. So to bring it into balance, you want to clean your space and sage. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. So yeah. So if you hear people say stuff like, "Oh, somebody's a culture vulture," so you hear people say that, that's a person who's like, "Okay, you've shown some kind of growth there." It's like, "Oh, whatever." Like what? We're part of the human race. What? Right? There's growth there. Or somebody's trying to be something that they're not. Whatever. Okay, there's growth there. That should just roll right on off your shoulders, right off your back. Or somebody is they're toxic, or somebody says something negative about you or whatever, or they're if somebody says something about somebody's appearance or anything that would cause somebody to, like when the like I said, the moon moves into Aries, which is going to be on the 6th, or before that, would cause you to be like a tower moment, like some kind of an awakening. The tower moment brings you into this kind of like this fiery energy, right? But you know how to harness that power and say, okay, you can spring forward in a positive direction, right? In a positive direction. But you get ahead of that by pouring into yourselves now. Remember, this is a new cycle, new year, new cycle, new year. All right, let's get it. Somebody's going to feel like they hit the jackpot. That's right. Getting you prepared right now. See that number 9? We're in the year of 9. This cup's energy is water. That's right. There's growth. You know how to pour into yourselves. There you are, right there. Remember, in the minor arcana, it's not gender specific. You're cool, calm, and collected. You're at the top of your water, meaning that your cup of water is full. Somebody has learned how to balance it out. You've learned how to pour into yourself. This is how emotionally mature you are. You're in the year of 9. Somebody has learned how to pray, meditate, pour into yourselves. You've learned how to go to another place where emotionally it doesn't even affect you. Doesn't even affect you. Right? You made too many sacrifices. Too many people have made too many sacrifices. It doesn't even bother you anymore. What would have once bothered you doesn't even bother you. And 1 and 2 is 3. 3 looks like lips. So it doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't bother you. Doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't bother you. Right? No matter how much people try to judge you, it doesn't bother you. And some people are obsessed with judging people. It doesn't bother you. The Judgment card, you're above that. Your spirit is above that. Judgment card connects us with Pluto, which is the other outer planet, right? It's the outermost planet. It connects us with death, rebirth. It connects us with metamorphosis. That's how much you've grown. This is the growth card. This is how much you've grown. You know how to pour into yourself. It doesn't even scratch the surface. It doesn't even scratch the surface at all. Not at all. It wouldn't matter who they said what about. It wouldn't even matter who they said what about. Right. Right. So here we have the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands here. 8 of Wands. So there's a quick progression of things happening for you, right? You've already broken that cycle. You've already broken the cycle. So something is happening fast here. Something is happening fast here, right? Yeah. There's quick growth here. I see you moving on. You're learning how to move on quickly. You're learning how to move on fast. Certain things that used to bother you don't bother you anymore. So it's like now you learn how to, 3 strikes you're out. 3 strikes you're out. So 10 is the number for instant manifestation. So it's like when people try to get you angry, like you'll see it, like I say, jump into conclusions. It's almost like people are trying to do something intentionally. Almost like, okay, you know what? Okay, you already see what it is. That's a spirit that somebody is trying to project onto you. That's water. Water is reflective. So energies are trying to project something onto you. They're trying to project this, like trying to make you appear as who they are. Okay, all right. You already see it. So that's where the growth is. That's where the growth is. So that's why somebody emotionally feels like, oh wow, okay, you feel like you're jumping out of a treasure chest, right? They're trying to create confusion and then accuse you of being the dark magician, but you're not. So you're adding clarity to it. So you're the light magician. Yeah, so. All right, let's see what else we have here. So I see you being victorious. You being victorious, you're moving on. And something. So congratulations to you. Yeah, you made it to the other side. Made something to the other side. I see you being victorious. You're on the other side of something. On the other side. On the other side of something. On the other side of something. So definitely some growth here. Let's see some rebuilding happening here, right? See rebuilding here. Back in the center stage again. I see maybe somebody could be taking a flight. You could be taking a flight, something you're moving on from something. You could be moving or moving on from something here, but I see somebody's back in the center stage, or it looks like somebody's on stage or center stage. Something. I'm seeing some lights here, like if you can see here, like somebody's on the stage. Something happening here. Ace of Swords here. So there's a breakthrough, or you're cutting something, cutting ties with something. Yeah, some kind of breakthrough here. So King of Coins here. Yeah. So you it's like maybe somebody made the cut or something. Right. So here we have the Three of Swords here. So you're moving on from past disappointments. You're no longer talking about, but you're moving on from some past disappointments and finally getting some rest. Finally getting some rest. Finally getting some rest, right? Here's the Sun card. So I do see you being successful. I see you being very happy, being successful. But you're definitely moving on from past confusion. And this is something that's being balanced out here. Some kind of balance is happening here. Two of Coins, some kind of balance is happening here. Yeah. And I see you feeling very fortunate. Feeling very, very fortunate. Right. And a lot of hard work here. Lots of hard work here. And I do see money coming across your path as a result of something. Of your hard work. Right? Mm-hmm. Yep. So something is chained to the devil. Something is trying to chain to like some distractions or something. Chain to confusion or something. Something is chained to some kind of confusion. Something is chained to confusion. Yep, something is chained to some kind of confusion. But like I said, I see that you feel, like I said before, or you may have been chained to some kind of confusion about something that you're now leaving behind, right? So you're leaving behind, and the devil is the author of confusion. So a person is not the devil, but you could have been chained to like confusing thoughts about something. You could have been chained to some kind of, you could have been confused about something, right? You could have been confused about something. You could have been really confused about something. So let's see what else we got here. But you're putting the past behind you. Finally put a manhole cover over the past, right? of anything low vibrational, right? And I do see your money growing. See your money growing. So we have 2, 9, 8, right? So I see you putting some work in. Somebody could be relocating too. You could be moving and relocating. 2. You could be relocating. Could be. Just take only what resonates with you, but you could be relocating. And I'm talking to you wherever Capricorn is in your birth chart, not just your sun sign. You can even be on the cusp of Sagittarius or on the cusp of Aquarius, right? Here's a star card. But you're a star in your own right. You're a star in your own right. Yeah, but like I said before, you and somebody could have been, like I said, you and somebody could have been, like I said, a breakthrough. Could have just been like a lot of disappointments, just like a lot of things. A lot of disappointments there. But here we have the 4 of Wands here. But like I said, some good news is coming across your path. Some good news is coming across your path for you and somebody. So this is a good thing. You and somebody could also have new love coming across their path. If you're not, so again, if you are single and you desire to be in a relationship, new love could be coming across somebody's path. So you want to put together your list of what that looks like on paper, inside and out. Be as descriptive as possible, because you had 8 years to know exactly what you want. This should not be I just want a good person. If that's what you put on your list and you don't know from the last 8 years, I don't really know what to say. Yeah, it should be a lot more descriptive. That's what this. Just see how this person right here is building, right here. Yeah, something should be a lot more clear. Especially like usually you hear people say they don't want this and they don't want that, right? And people just kind of like that just kind of rolls off people's tongue. Like when they say, I don't want this kind of job, don't want this kind of manager, don't want to work with this kind of person, or don't want to work in this kind of environment. That just kind of like just rolls off people's tongue, right? So if you can put that list together, then put all of that on one side, but then on the other side, like be real clear about what you want, in your person or the environment you want to work in. Be real clear. Be real clear. Be real clear about what you want. Yeah. Here we have High Priestess. Yeah. Yeah, because your intuition is extremely heightened. Your intuition is extremely heightened. Here we have the Queen of Cups here. Yeah. So I do see you being just really learning how to pour into yourself. That's what I see. You're just really learning how to pour into you. Yeah, and just closing out cycles. Yeah, something has been fulfilled. Something has been fulfilled. Something has been fulfilled. Something has been fulfilled. So you can go ahead and just move on from disappointment. Just move on. You can just go ahead and move on. Let's see what else we got going on here with the cards. Let's see what else we have going on with the cards. Let's see what else we got going on here with the cards. Let's see what else we got going on here with the cards. There's a lot of fire here in the cards. Lots of fire in the cards, which means there's a lot of confusion going on. Or there was a lot of confusion going on here with the cards. There's a lot of major arcana here. A lot of growth. A lot of growth. Remember, time is relative, so a lot of spirits going on here in the cards. A lot of action going on here in the cards. But by the end of something, you're at the King of Pentacles, and it's not. This is not just money. This Pentacles is not just money. Pentacles is money is a form of energy, but it's like you have a lot of physical something, like physical information, knowledge, physical something. So you're on your throne here of your emotions, on your throne of your like physical and mental, like knowledge, physical and mental, physical and mental health, intuition. Your intuition is balanced out, right? It's a sacrifice, some kind of a sacrifice here. You're aware of the sacrifices that were made, right? Solar plexus chakras. So that's what somebody is now talking about, and that's why this is here. What Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do is get your solar plexus chakra stronger. I think that's what we were talking about one time before. If you've been tuned into the channel, it's like getting stronger and just adding structure and authority. Like, instead of operating in fear and doubt and uncertainty and being in survival mode, just kind of which is very real, but praying, praying to Source, because that's very real when you're in survival mode, when you're scared. That's very real. So there's no judgment there. But asking Source for an exodus strategy when you're trying to, come out of that. So when you're scared, or that's very, very real. There's a lot of people who are who've been preyed upon. There's a lot of people who really don't know. People keep them in a state of confusion because they don't know. It's just a lot of just unanswered, just craziness. So, but when you don't know, you're asking for clarity, you want answers, and you don't really know anything. That's when you start going straight into prayer. Source, get somebody that can help. That's when you go into prayer. So, and that's what Source will send you help. And Source will send you help. Especially when you see this much fire here. So it's fire. When there's smoke, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So especially when you feel like people think you're lying, or if you say you need help and people just think everybody is not, nobody believes you, or people, you can't tell that by the inflections in your voice, or nobody can tell what is going on. Like everybody's just confused all over the place. That's when you go straight to prayer and meditation. Source, help me. Source, help me, right? Solar plexus. Right here. So if you feel like you can't take any physical action, you can always just say, Source, help me. Help me. That's where you want to go. For real. That's how you're going to balance it out. You see this right here? This Ankh symbol right here? That's going to be the divine masculine to the divine feminine energy. That's where you go. Because this energy right here, when you see this right here, chained to the devil, that would be chained to fear, right? Fear that people are going to judge you. So I don't know what to do. Just scared. Just operating in fear. I don't know what to say. Don't know what to do. Don't know who to turn to. I'm just scared, right? You know what? I'm going straight to Source. Because somebody's going to know what to do. Somebody is going to know what to do. Somebody's going to get some answers out of somebody. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, conflict and defeat. So somebody's going to get some answers out of somebody. Right, so patience and planning. So that's what I'm saying for, like I said, for you, for everybody, actually for 2025, the year of 9 is now, there's this number 7, is something is complete, is patience and planning. You do not have to buy a planner. You do not have to buy a planner. If you're watching this, this video on your cell phone, you have a note section in your cell phone. That's a handheld computer. You do not have to spend 1 penny. You already paid whatever you paid price for your cell phone. That's already enough. Cell phones are expensive already. They already would the $50, $60, $200, $300, whatever the cost is, whatever you're paying for your cell phone. Open up the note section of your cell phone. That is your planner. You have a calendar and that's your journal right there. The note section of your cell phone is your journal. That's your journal right there. Plan right here. There it is, right there. And be patient with yourself right there in solitude. This is number 9 right here. This is the year of 9. Save your money. Save your money. Don't spend any extra money in 2025. If you don't have to, do not. You starting right off at the root chakra, at the base. At the root chakra, do not spend any extra money in 2025. This is the year you're going to start all over again. Number 9. This is rebirth. You're not trying to impress anybody. If you want to jump out of the treasure chest, number 9. Number 9. That's rebirth. You're not trying to impress anybody. You're coming out of that karmic cycle. That's growth. And you're staying in a posture of gratitude. So fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. What did I just say? Journal. 2 and 9 is 11. 11 is a master number. It symbolizes light, L-I-G-H-T. You're getting off the fence. You're not going to overthink this. You've been enlightened. That's light, L-I-G-H-T. You're starting at the base. At the base. Have you been rejected from something? Source is protecting you from something. Source is protecting you from something. All right, let's pull a Moonology card and let's close it out. Pull a Moonology card and let's close it out. Pull a Moonology card and let's close it out. You and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. So somebody's about to go into hermit mode. And so you can look up when a hermit crab goes into a molting process. So it's like you're getting rid of that outer shell, going to a molting process. You're shedding the outer shell and just going back through just continuing a growth process. That's what's happening. Going through a growth process. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, let's see what else we have here. '25 illumination, new hope. That color yellow is also speaking to solar plexus chakra. You enter this world with a birth cry announcing your arrival. Then you spend the rest of your life with questions in search of answers. Where did I come from? Where am I going? Every sunrise illuminates where you have been, where you are, and the infinite possibilities before you. The earth is throbbing like a drum. A baby is born. Joy is born. Liquid melodies linger over the still waters of a pond, echoing the faint voices of women and the Great Mother in unison. Little ones, you are blessed in beauty and light. May you be a newborn in many seasons of your life. Visit this deep blue pond. Often it represents your emotions. What do you see? Can you name the emotion that pains you? Dive deeply into the phantom reflection and soothe your spirit. Your light is there, just on the other side of the shadow. Speak of it. So, east and then yellow. East and then yellow. What somebody is learning is that people are just motivated by just different things. Some people are motivated by different things. So here we have 23. I am adventurous. You have a zest for life and you are eager to experience any and everything possible. You love change and excitement and you need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. All right. I think that's it. A stone for everybody is, let's see here. I think it's blue celestite. I think that's the stone here. Moving forward, as you're journaling, as the moon is moving. Yeah, celestite, light blue celestite, and also journaling during this time because your dreams are about to get even more, vivid, right? And then as we get ready to start moving towards the moon in Aries on the 6th, your energy level will start increasing. So, yeah. Some people just have that spirit. Like some people are just motivated to jump to conclusions about things. That's the frequency that some people are on. Whatever that frequency is. So keep your vibrations high. Just keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. But you will be putting a manhole cover over the past and getting as far away from low vibrating energies as possible. So if you worked around low vibrating people and they're negative all the time, or if you've just been around low vibrating people and they tend to just believe the negative about everything, Source is about to get you away from those energies, period. You're about to get away from those energies, period. So just keep thanking Source for getting you away from those spirits, those types of spirits. And that's what I see. That's what I see for you all. So keep your vibrations high. Keep being high vibrational. Keep being high vibrational. That is what I have for you. That is what I have for you. All right? Bye.